Hello. Welcome to Flavors of the Week, the podcast. This is curated chaos, guys. Like, this is going to be my collage, but in like a voice note spiral. So, as you probably know, for the past 6 months, I've been healing from my BB. Yeah, actually, I hit 6 months like 4 days ago. I'm so excited. And while I was healing, I was also managing my boyfriend's tax office. I don't want to say accounting firm because it's just for tax season. So, I've been so busy. I put out a few collages while I was doing that, but I just felt like very uninspired. I was wearing my garment, nothing looked cute because I had the garment and the pads, and it's like all I've been wearing is athleisure. Plus, in Florida, it's so freaking hot that it's like the fashion was not fashioning. I am excited. I'm back. This is like my rebirth era, my renaissance. So I'm here to be your maximalist muse, your BBL queen if you have questions. Sorry, I need like my teleprompter. Anyway, whatever. ChatGPT is like my best friend and enemy. We're frenemies because now it's like the link expired. Anyway, so super excited to be back. This is just gonna be like casual. I'm gonna talk about things that I like, things that have been on my radar for the past like week. I'm going to try to do it weekly. Let's see how techie I am. I've never done a podcast. I've tried several. Oh, look at my guest star, Lucky. I've tried with my friend, and maybe now that I'm in the Northeast for the summer, we will kick it off. But it's just been crazy. I've been working tax season, recovering from the BPL. She's crazy. Lucky. I traveled a bunch, and yeah, now I moved. Well, like not forever. I'm just up here for the summer, Northeastern summer. So it's been a lot. Today's first episode really is going to be curated chaos because I look great. I think I look super cute, but you know what I mean? Like I could look a little cuter. The weather has been crazy. I couldn't get this light to work, so it was, whatever. And the only camera I have is like my webcam that I had for my old job. So moving on, I kind of want to give you guys a layout of how I think things will go. I kind of want to tie in art to everything I do. She really wants to be part of this thing. I'm going to tie art into everything I do. So I'll always have like a featured artist or like artwork. And then I'll tie that into what I'm speaking about. We're going to talk about things that are in, things that are out. And yeah, I mean, like, we're just going to roll with the punches because it's my first time doing anything like this. Since I mentioned my recovery so much, I want to start off with Gallery Wall. That's going to be us talking about the artist of the week. So our artist her name is Saint Orlin. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, so like feel free to correct me. English. I'm like no lingual. 50% less Spanish and 50% less English. But anyway, this woman, crazy. What I'm gonna read is from the 90s. So like now that we have a modern mindset, most people, you won't think it's that wild, but I thought it was like, like this lady gets me. So and I've been calling this like my rebirth, my renaissance, just because, I love like Birth of Venus. Like if I could highlight that piece of work for the whole series, I would. But yeah, so Orlin's reincarnation of Saint Orlin is a series of plastic surgeries that involved 9 procedures in the 1990s aiming to alter her facial features to resemble those of famous female figures from art history. So the surgeries were directed by her. She was awake. So this was like her performance art. She was like telling them what to do. I don't know if she was telling them what to do or she was performing it herself, but you know what I mean. Like I haven't looked that much into it, but it sounds kind of crazy because what was involved was a forehead implant so she could look like Mona Lisa, a chin implant to mimic Botticelli's Birth of Venus, and eyelid retouches, which is like the blephs. And reading this now, we're like, okay, everybody has filler, everybody has Botox, everybody has like done their bleph, even though we all go crazy over like Brooke doing her bleph. But you know what I mean? Like, it's more common now. And I feel like back then it was like, not only is she getting plastic surgery, which was a taboo, she's just doing this to like work on her body as a sculpture. And I feel like before reading this, because I only looked this up for the purpose of this episode, like I was trying to find somebody who thought like me. Hold on. Lucky's going crazy. I love my itchy queen, but her color was like driving me crazy. Anyway, I thought this was so cool because she was like work to her body as a form of sculpture. And I feel like that's what I do basically. That's been like my plastic surgery journey. When people ask me like, oh, like you didn't like this, you were insecure, you were self-conscious. Absolutely not. I think I'm beautiful. I've never had a problem with my body. I've never had like a legit issue. The only thing I don't love is like I have a little bump on my nose because I fell on my face as a kid. If it was there naturally, I would love it, but I don't like it because it like was a growth basically. But anyway, I love like altering my avatar. Like I'm changing it up. I'm an artist, so I'm like, I look great, but this could make me look better, or like proportion wise, like, you know, things could look better. And there's no problem with thinking that way. And when I found Orlin, I was like, queen, she gets it. She's just like me. And, you know, kudos to her for doing it in the 90s. I feel like that was crazy. Like back then, you're like just altering your body because you want to look like Mona Lisa. And that's what I love. It's like she picked women in art history that she wanted to like morph herself into. It's all like, I mean, no problem, because my dream is to look like Bella Hadid, you know what I mean? But it's not like everyone that's like copying Kim Kardashian's face and all of that. Again, no bad juju there. If I could, I would. Yeah, and what's crazy is also that she was like fully conscious and directing the process, which was a performance art in the grander scheme of the sculptural art. So it's like, that's wild, because I've done my surgeries, I've had my breast done and lifted, I've had my BBL. That's about it. Like cosmetic wise, I've had like other surgeries, but for like emergency reasons. Being awake. Before I did the BBL, they do lipo and then they will put that fat that they lipo into your butt. I looked it up and they were like going to town with that cannula, like a violin, like if you're a freaking cello, you know what I mean? So being awake during that, would opt not to. Some people do it. And that's like the body. I can't imagine on my face, because she got the implants on her face. And it's just like, I can't even imagine like a bleph. I did LASIK. Oh, I guess that's another like enhancement procedure I've done. And I was like freaking out. Thank God they gave me like a type of Xanax and like Benadryl and all that stuff to like calm me down and put me to sleep. After the procedure, you have to have your eyes open during. But even them like near my eye was freaking me out. So like she's an art queen and a surgery queen. Like if I was looking at a mirror of my past, I feel like it's her, because like it's just such a forward thinker for the time, and like just really on the edge of that line of how can I push things further. Like art had come such a long way. I feel like you had to do something drastic like this, and it's like it also kind of paved the way. Like remember Lady Gaga when it was like 2010, like her like Bad Romance era. I forgot the name of that album. I think it was Born This Way. Born This Way. She got like the implants, like the horn things here and like on her cheek. I remember thinking back then, I was like 13. I'm like, is that like a prosthetic? Is it surgical? It was like crazy. I had never seen someone do that to their face. But now looking at like Orlin stuff, and I'll put a picture, of course, like, you know, it's the same thing. So it's just interesting, like looking back, finding like-minded people. And I would never push it that far myself because that's not like what I'm into. But it's so nice to see that like other people just see like the body as a sculpture versus, you know, I'm stuck with this thing forever. I believe in God, I love God, but it's also my body. You know, he made my soul, not my body. So if there's gray area, I'm not trying to like create like civil war in comments or anything, but it's just fun to explore and to change. Anyway, so this is also called Carnal Art, and it explores the intersection of technology, art, and the human body, which I feel like was a staple of the 90s. Like, you know, you're in that like God is dead era, not to take it back to like what I just said, but you're in that God is dead era. So you're like exploring the body, you're exploring art, and you're exploring technologies in ways that have never been done before, because there was like wars and just things happening. And I feel like the 90s was just such a experimental, that's how you say it, mental, yeah, experimental time. Oh, English is my dominant language, but it's not my first. And I probably said this now, or maybe I said it in another take, but I'm like losing parts of both languages. It's like 50% less Spanish and 50% less English. Anyway, that was Gallery Wall. That was our artist of the week. Yeah, so tying into this rebirth, this body as art, I want to talk about a fashion item now. You guys are going to like this one. The Skims, not only just the nipple bra, but the nipple bra with piercings. And actually, like her whole line of like the body padding and stuff, which is so funny to me because I feel like earlier drag queens, I used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, like from season one. And back then it was more about the art of, what is it called? Impersonating a woman. So back then it was like a lot of the padding and a lot of, like getting that womanly figure, which I also think, oh my God, I'm stuck here. I also think of that too when I like did my procedures. I was like, am I a drag queen? I'm like patting myself internally to like have more of a womanly figure. But anyway, I feel like the whole Skims line is bridging that gap between people that want to have like more of a figure, but then don't want to commit to surgery. And maybe they just want it like optionally. Like, the piercing, bra. I had my nips pierced, Mom. I think you knew that if you didn't. It was only for a year when I was like 20. But yeah, the healing is like never right, and it's such a hassle. And it doesn't look cute all the time. I honestly did it because I thought it would make the girls perkier, and what I needed was a surgery. Like, the piercings weren't gonna fix anything. So anyway, a fake nipple on a fake tit with a fake piercing is iconic because it's like, I have the option now. You can choose. I can choose to have the piercing. I can choose to have the boob. I can choose to have the butt. Like, it's just a foot in the door, but I think it's like more of a comfort thing. Like, you don't have to commit to a full surgery. You can just get that extra padding. You can get that figure you want, and then whatever, when the day's over, it comes off. There are some times, like, I did my boobs, as I've said. I wish I could take them off. I'm like, that doesn't go with this outfit. Like when I'm wearing like a big t-shirt, now I'm like wearing a sports bra, but like, and they come out, I'm like, I wish I could just like, but anyway, so I do like it. Men, get off my fucking page. This isn't for you. Men are gonna be like, that's false advertising. Whatever, so is your entire Hinge profile. I don't care. So I thought that was like an interesting gap because it's like, okay, we're pushing shapewear, we're pushing body garments. Like, now we're not just like doing the little shorts that like suck you in a little bit, you know what I mean? We're giving people an option to have that. And I feel like Courtney has something to do with the piercing bra because it's so edgy. Like, that's not something I would have expected from Kim, in my full opinion. Or maybe like it was influenced from her Pete Davidson era, but it's so fun that like when it came out, I thought somebody had done it to the nipple bra. I didn't know it came like that from Skims. I haven't bought it myself, but I probably will. And I love like the faux nib of it all. It's kind of like Sex in the City when they bought those like hard nib add-ons just because it was like tasteful at the time. I feel like a peekaboo is always like a little like, you know what I mean? A little coy action. But time and place for everything, of course, hold that thought. Guys, I look so good right now. I need to stop for a second because I'm a working woman. I have to answer a call. But I'm so excited to get into the next segment. Well, there's two more. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me so far. Like, if you've come this long on this podcast, thanks. Every week is gonna get better. You know what I mean? Like, right now, we're like, Jesus, I'm like ripping this all up. This is basically my photo booth camera. So we'll get better as we go along. Plus, maybe I'm a little nervous or something. But I plan to like, once I'm unpacked, probably next week, and everything, like, be more relaxed, have more research done and everything. I'm not knocking myself. I'm super proud of what I've done so far. But, I want everything to be lighter. Like, this feels like I'm being interviewed on like Bloomberg. Like, I want to be relaxed. I want to have a setup, but little by little. I just moved into this place, so we'll slowly start rolling things out. But I needed to get these things out there because if not, they just like evaporate. And I feel like every time I go on TikTok and I have an idea, I see like 1,000 other people doing it. And I get so nervous because I'm like, oh my God, I haven't like posted this. I haven't published this. I haven't made the podcast. Just do it. My name is Nike. I just have to do it. Please do not cease and desist me, actual Nike. It's just my nickname. My name is Nicole. But yeah, I will be right back. I'm not even going to edit this out of it because I need you guys to see the real me. This is real. This is me. Guys, I have my script on ChatGPT. So I logged off because I had a call. I didn't log off. Like, I exited the app. Every time it's like, this file has expired. Girl, I thought we were supposed to be friends. Whatever. I don't need the script for the rest of this show. But one thing I do want to say about ChatGPT, I hate when people say the B, and I've started saying that. I've obviously fed it how I speak, which is very internet coded, like queen, yes, this, slay, trendy, cute, whatever. You get the gist. Like, very TikTok lingo. But sometimes I have to ask it real questions. And I had this mole, and I'm not trying to use Chat GPT as like a doctor. I did make a doctor appointment, but either way, like I was in the middle of like the ocean and I saw a mole. So I took a picture and I asked it, I was like, is this cancer? And it goes, no, queen, but if you'd like for me to make a trendy yet derm-approved skincare regimen, let me know. No, I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna like get melanoma. Like, is this cancer? Anyway, the dermatologist removed it, but I just thought it was funny. I was like, yes, queen. But anyway, next segment I want to introduce is called sans. So sans are things that I could like just do without. You know what I mean? It's like sans serif means like without the serif. So these are my sans, like things I can do without. Number one, again, I'm all for micro trends and trends in general, but like I'm just over the like the super clean girl aesthetic of like everyone being copy paste. And I think it looks good on some people, but I just hate that we all look the same now. I mean, I say we, but I'm not clean girl aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like capsule wardrobes with no personality. Like, that's what I'm really over. I'm just over the like blech. And we have come a long way. I think like during COVID, we were going a little bit too maximalist, where obviously things weren't as timeless. That's always kind of been my style, so I can't really go down that road too much and like shaming it. But I think that a lot of things didn't look good. But now I think that everyone that's like, oh, before I found my style, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's also a trend. Like those like all the way buttoned up shirts and like they look cute, but everyone like it's still a trend. It's still like a micro trend. I think sometimes things can be timeless and it's all about the person who's wearing them. Like you can't let your clothes wear you, is all I have to say. But I'm kind of just like overseeing all of that, you know? It's just like, can we get like personality back? Like things don't have to be absolute. Next thing that I'm over, labubus. I'm not dyslexic, but every time I see labubu, I want to say labu labu. I feel like that's more of a fun name. The Fendi, what were they called? Like whatever, you know what I mean? The Fendi poofs. That was the OG labubu, and this is why I hate when I don't like post immediately when I think of something. Like now, all of the social media outlets are saying that. And I mean, it's true. It's not like I'm the only person with original thoughts. But yeah, anyway, they've already been, I think it was like Stylecaster or something posted about that. And I'm like, this is true. And I don't like how the Sunny Angels or Sony Angels, whatever, they're cute. They're like little cute angels and they're like babies with their little baby butts. I have one like right here hanging off my monitor. I think that's cute. I think the Labubus would be cute if they weren't like evil looking. And yes, the Fendi poofs or monsters, I forgot the name. I can look it up right now, but either way, I'm not pretentious. You know what I mean? Those were meant to look evil. Like Fendi, like Karl Lagerfeld, like was like, you know, like that death glare. Like that made sense. And they were like angry, but they were fashion. They had the colors. I just bought one. I bought it off, I think, Poshmark. It hasn't come yet. I wanted to have it for the episode, but I'm like, if I keep pushing this off, I'm never going to film. And I actually threw the two that I had away. I will say those were from eBay. Like they were knockoffs. They were Fendi's from like 2015. Yeah, because I was a senior in high school. I finally threw those out last year. I should not have thrown them out. I hoard things and I let them go and then they come back into fashion. Like that's so stupid. So never throwing anything away because I threw them away last year. And when I say throw away, I mean like donated it. Like I'm sure some Cubans are rocking my Fendi poofs, my Fluffen. Is it just that you like get a new one, you don't know where you're getting? Is it kind of like the Sunny Angel? I don't know. I wouldn't even buy a fake one because now you can't even buy the real one. They just looked so malicious and not fashionable. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, it would be cool if like a couple of people had them and it's like, well, I took my little sister's toy and I made it an accessory. But that's the thing. It's like, I get trends and I participate in them too. And like, I can also copy paste a bunch of stuff I have. I'm not perfect, but it's just when things get like so massively followed, I'm like, I'm over it, you know? But yeah, I'm over the boo-boo. There was something else I had on my list. Hold on. It's just like, I need to write things down because if not, gone from my mind forever. I think that's it. Yeah, it was just like the overconsumption part. Again, I love trends. I love everything. But I just feel like every time, and I'm 28. I can't imagine being like when I was 14, 15 is when Tumblr and lookbook.uk or whatever it was were like thriving. I wanted everything. And thank God I was like 13, 14 with no money and I couldn't buy like every single outfit everybody else had. But now that I go on TikTok, I'm like, I need this from Amazon. I need this from the, and then I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to hate. And I know it's like a bunch of younger girls, probably with their parents' money and stuff. Maybe it's your own money. Maybe you're an influencer. But I have so many things. Like in my move, I was like, I need to like have less. And it's hard because I'm a person that for me more is more. Like I'm not a fashionista, I'm a Maxinista. So I love TJ Maxx. It just gives me anxiety every time I see like Amazon must-haves. And then it's everyone like with like 25 tank tops and the same things and this and that. Like I'm down for a couple of objects, but it's like I don't need a new pair of sunglasses. That's also, you know what? I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. In Florida, we don't really have seasons. So maybe that's why Nike Garcia don't see the need to have like so many different things because it's like we have like one season hot. It's not summer or spring, it's like hell. So we can wear things year round. I do see why maybe you might need like certain things like for fall or for winter because you know the temperature changes, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm just personally over it. I don't want to feel like I need to buy things constantly to like be relevant. I feel like we are kind of just letting personality take a backseat and like consumption take a front seat. And again, I love buying things. My Pinterest is full of everything. I have note pages. Like I love things, but with purpose and for fashion. And I just feel like, I don't know, so many influencers, there's like no personality. And it's just like, look how many things I have. Look at all the things I bought. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I said like I'm older, I'm 28, but I feel like we don't need to be doing all that. I don't know. Either way, whatever. Moving on. That's my sands. That's like things I can do without. But maybe I changed my mind. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll buy 28 new things. Who knows? Don't hold anything I say ever against me because people change. You know what I'm saying? Now let's move on to the next segment, which really contradicts what I just said. So this is ballerinas on a budget. Because, you know, baller on a budget, I'm a girl, ballerina. I don't like overconsumption, but I like nice things. And I like nice things that last. So that's why I'm saying this is us ballerinas on a budget. I have been wearing what I'm about to like recommend to you guys for a long time. For like, and when I say a long time, I mean like months. And I shower with my jewelry. And recently, because I was on these vacations, I've been in the ocean with them. And, you know, I was like, well, I've worn these things for months and they were like relatively cheap, like $15 to 25. If they tarnish, so be it. Like, whatever. But I'm reporting back because they didn't. So I'm like, okay, this is like not an investment. It's not real gold, but like this is something like you can take and it won't get ruined. Also, if you can have real gold and like not lose it, perfect. Like I have a lot of like real gold pieces. I never would travel with them. I would lose my head. I would lose my arms and my fingers if they weren't all attached to my body. So yeah, anyway, even like with my real gold, I'm not taking that into the ocean. I know that's what it's meant to be like, oh, you never take it off. No, because then I'd start crying. So anyway, moving on to ballerinas on a budget. Things that have really worked out for me, especially being in the ocean. I didn't take these off. I took one off yesterday because I was just like, changing it. I put it on for another take. I didn't like that whole podcast, so we restarted again. But anyway, also this isn't new. Like I know that these things are on TikTok, but I just want to prove to you like they haven't turned. So Pavoy, love, love, love Pavoy. Their stuff is like sterling silver. I think it's like 925 gold plated. And those are the kind of gold plated things I'll buy. I won't buy anything like brass or like what's the other material they use? I don't know, whatever, like dumb stuff that like it'll tarnish but like turn brown or green or like a pink, an ugly rose gold color. You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, I love Pavoy because they're on Amazon and everything is so good. I shower with all their stuff. Not recommending you do, but I just don't take things off. And what I like about it is that when it does change, it'll change into like a silvery gold. And then I haven't had these things for way longer than like 4 months. So maybe after that, they'll turn silver. But moving on, so this hand chain is from Pavoy, and I wore it in the water the whole time. I haven't taken this off since I went on my trips, even since before. The only things that have turned are, I don't know if you can see, like the links, and that's kind of silvery. And this was, I think, like $12. I might buy a new one just because, like, it's time. But that didn't change until after my trips. So they withheld, like, 2 weeks in salt water. And then now they're starting to change. So like maybe don't wear it in the ocean, but like I wasn't gonna take it off every time I went to the beach. And you really couldn't tell unless you're like staring at my hand. Not recommending you go out, like my hair is bothering me. I'm not recommending you go out and whatever ruin your jewelry because then you have to buy more and then that's like feeding into the overconsumption. But whatever, you know, guys, whatever. I have that. Sorry, I like kind of burped, I guess. I look like a grandfather. Nothing is working out. The weather's so bad. And this angle is like a little weird, but whatever. This is also going to contradict another, no, I literally look like a grandfather. It's going to contradict another TikTok that I've posted, but my mom gave me this, so, you know, and it's super cute. This is from TJ Maxx, this little like fan cleef, and it's still gold. It's not really silver at all. It kind of looks silver on the camera, but it's not. Anyway, that's from TJ Maxx. Wore it in the ocean the whole freaking time. I wish you could see. That looks silver. It's not silver. It's still gold. Wore that in the ocean the whole time. And then that will change into silver, which I can see the links starting to like probably change a little bit. But again, like you really have to look. And I would never advertise something ugly, guys. I hate when like people wear necklaces and the whole chains, like the clasp, the closures, like a different color. I don't like that. Once I see that, I like take it off, throw it away, and on to the next. So, boy, TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx has such good jewelry that's like sterling silver. So I would go there for like jewelry that you can like say goodbye to. You know what I mean? This was Pavoy. This didn't turn. This is still like gold inside. I feel like a YouTuber, but this camera's not the best. Moving on, Louise Carter. First of all, I thought it was a scam. Like, I got an ad on Instagram and I was like, no way. Of course, my light died. Is this it? That was its last try. Anyway, when I wanted to show you guys like the pieces. So I did the like 5 for 60 or whatever it was, and I got this necklace. I don't know what you call it. It's like the links, like that. I got a herringbone necklace. I did leave that in Florida by accident. And this ring, the blue one, and the hoop. That, you know how this has like turned a little bit and it's like kind of silvery? This, nothing. I was in the salt water for weeks and it's like, it is a bit of a deeper gold. So if that's not your vibe, you might not like it. It's not like that 24K gold. I think that's like ugly, but like not even a turn. I wish I could show you better. Not even a turn. This ring that I've had, this little one, not the ultra human. I like wear it a little like topper on it. Nothing. And I've like been holding stuff. Not even like the back is scratched, nothing. I was like scared, but now I'm like, I love Louise Carter. Let me put this back on. And I got some hoops. I haven't worn the hoops like in the water just because I didn't want to lose those because the waves were kind of crazy. But everything has been so, so good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep buying from them. Remember when I said I looked pretty? I wish I looked like that now. But yeah, that was ballerinas on a budget. That's all I have for now, jewelry wise. And then of course, like everything I have on my ears, that's real because you gotta invest when it's like on your ears and you never take it off. But thank you for coming with me on this journey. I really have nothing left to say. The mic is still working. Yeah, I'm excited. This was the first episode, so it was kind of just like it was legit curated chaos, and things will just get better as they like move along. I promise to look like more fashionable and presentable. But yeah, I'm just like moving. I don't know where any of my clothes is. I have to put everything away. I have to go grocery shopping now, guys. And I just got off a business call. I'm such a busy woman. I actually love having things to do. It's the ADD in me. Yeah, and then, like, bear with me. This is gonna be amazing. I'm a funny person. I'm not trying to like stroke my ego, but there's like so much in store that I want to talk about. And this is kind of like a close friends, but on a massive scale. So thank you for listening if you've been listening this whole time. I'm gonna try to like put visuals and music, and I'm gonna make my collages again. So I'll add those in here. But yeah, and if I said so many times, make it a drinking game. Make every like whatever I say, take a shot, take a hit of your pen, take a breath, meditate, whatever you need to do to get past my speech impediment, do it because this is going to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be so much fun. And I'm really excited I started because I've been wanting to do this for a while and pulling the plug is just so hard sometimes. We did it. We're here. We started the race and now we're going to enjoy the journey. Thank you guys for listening. Love you.